Let's talk about becoming a millionaire. It's a dream that seems out of reach for most people, something reserved for celebrities, tech moguls, or those who hit the jackpot. But what if I told you that the path to $1 million is much more accessible than you think? It doesn't require a fancy job title or a massive paycheck. In fact, it's possible for almost anyone, regardless of where you start. Most people think it's only for tech founders or Wall Street types, but that's just not true. Millionaires come from all walks of life: teachers, nurses, small business owners, and even people working hourly jobs. The secret isn't in what you earn, but in what you do with what you have. The world is full of stories about ordinary people who built extraordinary wealth, not by chasing the next big thing, but by sticking to simple, proven habits. The biggest myth is that you need a huge income to build wealth. This idea is everywhere, on social media, in movies, even in conversations with friends. But the truth is, most people who become wealthy never earned six figures. They simply learned how to make their money work for them, no matter how much or how little they started with. That belief stops people before they even start. It creates a mental barrier, making you think, why bother? But the real obstacle isn't your paycheck, it's your mindset. If you believe you need to wait for a big break or a better job before you start building wealth, you'll always be waiting. The truth is, you can begin right now with whatever you have. The reality? Most self-made millionaires got there through boring, consistent habits, not giant paychecks or lucky breaks. They didn't win the lottery or invent the next big app. Instead, they made a plan, stuck to it, and let time do the heavy lifting. It's about showing up for yourself, day after day, even when it feels slow or unexciting. They started with what they had, no matter how small. Even if it was just a few dollars a week, they put it to work. Over time, those small amounts grew, thanks to the magic of compounding. It's like planting a seed and watching it grow into a tree. Slow at first, but unstoppable once it takes root. The key is to shift your mindset. It's not about waiting for a windfall, it's about starting now, with whatever you can. Every dollar you save or invest is a step closer to your goal. Don't underestimate the power of small beginnings. The most important thing is to take action, no matter how modest it seems. The real power is in making small, smart decisions every day. It's about building habits like tracking your spending, setting aside a little money, and investing regularly. These choices add up, and over time, they can completely transform your financial future. What if I told you that just $10 a day, the price of 2 fancy coffees, could put you on the path to $1 million? It sounds unbelievable, but it's true. By consistently investing even small amounts, you harness the power of time and compound growth. It's not about how much you start with, but how long you stick with it. It sounds simple, but that's the point. Building wealth isn't about complicated strategies or risky bets. It's about making a decision to start and then following through day after day. The sooner you begin, the more time your money has to grow. Small amounts invested consistently can change your life. Over months and years, those little steps add up to something huge. It's not flashy, but it works, and it works for anyone willing to try. Let's break down exactly how this works, step by step, and show you that the millionaire dream is within reach for anyone willing to start. No matter your background, your job, or your current bank balance, you have the power to change your financial future, starting today. Let's break down the $10 a day idea and see how something so small can make a big difference in your financial life. It might sound simple, but the impact is anything but. Think about it. $10 is an amount most of us spend without a second thought. But what if you could redirect that money toward your future? $10 is a sandwich at lunch, a couple of lattes from your favorite cafe, or maybe a streaming subscription you forgot you even had. It's the little things, those daily habits and small purchases, that add up over time, often without us realizing it. We swipe, tap, and move on, not noticing how quickly these small amounts disappear. But here's the magic. If you consciously set aside that $10 every single day, it doesn't just vanish, it grows. In just 1 week, you've saved $70. In a month, that's $300. And over the course of a year, you're looking at more than $3,600. That's real money, and it all starts with a simple daily habit. Suddenly, that small amount you barely noticed becomes enough to cover a car payment, make a serious dent in your rent, or even start investing for your future. It's not just about saving, it's about transforming your mindset and seeing the potential in every dollar. The trick is psychological. Trying to save a big chunk at the end of the month can feel overwhelming, especially when expenses pile up. But breaking it down into $10 a day, That feels manageable, even easy. It's a shift in thinking that makes saving less intimidating and more achievable. So, how do you make it happen? Start by making small changes. Pack your lunch instead of eating out, brew your coffee at home, or cancel that subscription you never use. These tiny adjustments free up that daily $10, and you won't even feel deprived. For the next 30 days, challenge yourself, track your spending closely, and move $10 into a separate savings account every single day. Use an app, a notebook, or even a jar at home, whatever works for you. The key is consistency. At the end of the month, you'll be amazed to see $300 sitting there. Money you might have otherwise spent without thinking. That's your foundation, proof that you can save, and a powerful motivator to keep going. Now imagine what happens if you keep this up for a year. That $3,600 could be the start of an emergency fund, a down payment, or your first real investment. You're not just saving, you're building a future. That's where the magic truly begins. With a simple daily habit, you're not just changing your bank balance, you're changing your life, one $10 bill at a time. Now let's talk about compound interest, the force that turns small investments into big wealth. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow and grows faster. Your $10 a day, $3,600 a year, earns interest. In year one, maybe you make a few $100, but next year, you earn interest on your original money plus last year's gains. Your money starts making money, and then that money makes more money. Over time, this creates a chain reaction, slow at first, then exponential. The earlier you start, the longer your snowball has to grow. That's why time is your best friend in investing. Even small amounts, given enough time, can become huge. Compound interest is the engine of wealth. Your daily habit is the fuel. So, where do you put your money? Not in a savings account, interest is too low. Investing can seem scary, but you don't need to pick stocks. Use an exchange-traded fund or ETF, a basket of hundreds or thousands of stocks. Even better, choose a global ETF, which owns companies from all over the world. This spreads your risk and smooths out returns. If one country's market is down, another might be up. Buying a global ETF is like betting on all the horses, not just one. It's low cost, diversified, and perfect for beginners. You don't need to be an expert, just buy the whole haystack. Imagine this. Every single day, you set aside just $10. It might not seem like much at first. Maybe it's the cost of a couple of coffees, a quick lunch, or a streaming subscription. But what if I told you that this small daily habit could completely transform your financial future? Let's break down exactly how your $10 a day can grow into something truly life-changing. By investing $300 a month, your $10 a day, into a global ETF, you're tapping into the power of the world's biggest companies. Historically, global ETFs have averaged around 9% returns per year. That means your money isn't just sitting there, it's working for you, growing and compounding over time even while you sleep. After 10 years of steady investing, you'll have contributed $36,500. But thanks to the magic of compounding, your account could be worth about $58,000. That's not just your own money. It's your money plus the growth it's earned, all reinvested to keep building. That's over $21,000 in pure growth, simply from letting your investments do their thing. It's like planting a tree and watching it bear fruit year after year. Now, let's fast forward to 20 years. By then, you've put in $73,000. But your portfolio? It could be worth nearly $200,000. That's almost triple what you put in. And it's all because you stayed consistent and let time work its magic. This is the power of compounding returns. Your money earns returns, and then those returns earn even more returns. Over time, this snowball effect accelerates, turning modest contributions into serious wealth. After 30 years, your total contributions add up to $109,000. But your account could now top $500,000. That's nearly 5 times what you put in, all from sticking to your plan and letting your investments grow. And if you keep going for 40 years, you'll have invested $146,000 in total, but your portfolio could be worth over $1.3 million. That's millionaire status, achieved with just $10 a day. All of this is possible from the simple act of saving and investing $10 a day. It's not about luck or timing the market, it's about building a habit and sticking with it day after day. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a get-rich-for-sure plan. The numbers are real, the math is simple, and the results speak for themselves. Anyone can do this no matter where you start. Time and discipline are your secret weapons. With patience, consistency, and a little bit of faith in the process, you can build real wealth, one day, $1 at a time. Your path to $1 million starts today. The most important factor in building wealth isn't how much you invest, it's how early you start. Every year you wait costs you thousands, even hundreds of thousands, in lost growth. Take Anna and Ben. Anna invests $10 a day from age 25 to 35, then stops. Ben waits until 35, then invests the same amount for 30 years. By 65, Ben's portfolio is worth nearly $500,000, but Anna, who invested less and stopped early, ends up with over $685,000. That's the power of starting early. Her money had more time to grow. Don't worry if you're not 25, the best time to start is now. The second best time is today. Don't wait another day. Starting early is great, but consistency is what builds wealth. Don't try to time the market, just invest the same amount every month no matter what. This is called dollar cost averaging. You buy more shares when prices are low, fewer when they're high. It takes emotion out of investing and keeps you on track. Think of it like exercise. You don't get fit from one marathon session, but from regular, steady workouts. Your $10 a day investment is your financial workout. Some days you'll feel motivated, some days you won't. Do it anyway. Over time, this discipline pays off. Consistency plus time is unstoppable. That's how fortunes are built. Stick with it. Real people have proven this works. Theodore Johnson, a UPS worker, never made more than $14,000 a year, but invested a portion of every paycheck for decades. He retired with over $70 million, not from luck, but from discipline and compounding. Ronald Read, a janitor, quietly invested small amounts in solid companies and left behind $8 million. Neither had a high salary. Both started early, invested consistently, and let time do the work. You don't need a big income, just a long-term mindset. Automate your investments so you can't interfere. Let your money grow in the background. Anyone can do this. You know the path. Now it's time to act. Open a brokerage account. It takes minutes. Find a way to save $10 today. Skip a coffee, pack lunch, whatever works. Move that $10 into your new account. Set up an automatic transfer for $300 a month. Buy a low-cost global ETF. That's it, you've started. It will feel small, but you're planting a seed. Be patient, be consistent. One day you'll look back and be amazed at what you've built. Your future self will thank you. The journey to $1 million starts with a single step. Start now.